Alright, what's going on, my precious gems? Thank you for tuning in to Channel 4. I'm your host, Frosty Cones, as well as your coach of the Austin Aggrons. And here we are, you guys. We are here for our playoffs, our finals, the World Showdown Series, the WSS finals against Mora, coach of the Monterrey Gyarados. I'm just pausing for dramatic effect. It's crazy. We are here in finals. And before I even get to this match, I just want to say, I wanted to do a post-com because if I was going to do a live commentary, I don't know, for some reason I just wasn't really trusting myself to make good enough decisions with a live commentary, and lately I've really been liking doing post-coms, so I think it was kind of a win-win for me. I'm sorry if you guys wanted to see a live commentary, but that's just how it's going to be. Now, going into his team, he's brought basically the same team that he brought. Actually, you know what? Let's rewind, remix. I'm a little hype. I'm really excited to show you guys this battle. But I brought almost the exact same team that I brought against Mora the first time. He is actually one of the only two people that we have lost against in the WSS overall. And I think I might have taken out my Charizard X for Gourgeist. I can't exactly remember who I really moved around, but I did take some Mons out. I did put Gourgeist in its place. I changed Conkeldurr's moveset and Gardevoir's. So on his team, he's got Hydreigon, Azumarill, Rotom, regular Rotom in fact, Jirachi, the Mega Blastoise, and Swellow. And then as you guys can see, I have Lando T, Suicune, Conkeldurr, Gardevoir, Uxie, and my Gourgeist. With basically these five of these mons, minus the Gourgeist, 5 of these mons I've brought to like a high portion of my battles. Like Sativa and Toph, I'm pretty sure I brought to every single battle in this league, and these guys are the real MVPs. And we're gonna go ahead and watch this replay. So if you guys want to show your Austin Aggrons some of that love one last time for the WSS, definitely be sure to leave a like on the video, as well as comment what you thought about the battle. It does help out the channel. And if you guys want to add yourself to the stash of gems by hitting that subscribe button, as well as follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and checking out my Discord link, it would be much appreciated as well. And don't forget to check out Mora. His link will be in the description as well. So let's go ahead and get this battle started. Boop! So I'm gonna lead on to Sativa, my Gardevoir. She was actually like the safest lead that I had. If I had led against Jirachi, I could have switched into Uxie and so on. But he leads out into his Blastoise. I'm thinking this is perfect because I'm Choice Specs. I have Energy Ball, and I'm actually gonna go for the Energy Ball. I was thinking about going for Shadow Ball just in case he was gonna want to switch into the Jirachi like he just did. But it's alright, I got free damage off. I'm gonna switch into my Krugler just to get ready to get my my rocks up, get my T-Wave off. But this is actually a Choice Scarf tricking Jirachi that we're working with here. So I'm choice into Stealth Rocks now as he goes into Maxwell, his Rotom. And I'm actually going to switch into Wither. This is somewhat specially defensive. I think it was like 168 special defense, max HP. And he Volt Switches into his Hydreigon. And here, like, I know I'm going to live a Dark Pulse or something. So I wanted to go ahead and get my Leech Seed up as he U-turns out into Rotom. And I know that this Rotom might be Choice Specs. I'm going to go for the Shadow Sneak. Catch this shit. A crit Shadow Ball. I think that crit actually mattered. I'm pretty sure that crit mattered because we could have gotten another Shadow Sneak off. We could have killed this Rotom very, very early on. Wither was actually kind of a huge problem for his team overall, except for the Hydreigon. So there's going to be like a little off turn where I'm trying to knock off the Rotom. He switches into his Blastoise. I switch into Uxie to get a T-Wave off as he rapid spins and fires off a Dark Pulse. And I need to keep Uxie around. Every time, like you guys have seen, every time Uxie's in like critical health, I pull back. And I want to save him. And I go into my Conkeldurr as he goes into Azumarill. He goes for the play rough, and that does a heap ton of damage. Luckily, we lived that as I go for the Thunder Punch. And now this thing is in critical health. I knew that I wasn't going to be able to outspeed with a Mach Punch. So I switch into Suicune to soak up the Aqua Jet. And he actually goes into his Mega Blastoise while I set up a Calm Mind, because like Azumarill is free setup fodder for Suicune. So I get 2 Calm Minds up, hoping that he's going to get the paralysis, but he doesn't, as he roars me out into my Crueler. And here I'm like, well, fuck it, might as well get Stealth Rocks up. It'll cause him to have to switch into, or sorry, it'll cause him to have to Rapid Spin at some point. So I take another Dark Pulse, I switch out into Sativa, she takes that Mega Launcher ability, and here I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take a Rapid Spin. It's fine, things are great, and I believe here I go for a Moonblast, predicting the Hydreigon, which I do. And hot damn, we took out one of the biggest threats to our team pretty early on, and he's gonna go into his Rotom. That's obviously gonna fire off a Choice Spec Shadow Ball. It's not gonna feel good for anyone. So here top, I know it's kind of like he could have done some work, but I didn't necessarily need him for this battle. So he switches into his Mega Blastoise as I fire off a couple of knockoffs just to get some extra damage in, and he goes for a Dark Pulse to seal the deal on my top. So here I was thinking maybe I should go for Drain Punch, maybe I should go for Thunder Punch. I felt like Thunder Punch would have actually killed a Mega Blastoise compared to a Drain Punch, so that's why I didn't go for the Drain Punch on the switch on Jirachi. So he's actually going to use this Jirachi to Healing Wish, which makes the Jirachi faint and gives full health and PP to his Rotom, which really sucks because this was kill range we're talking about here. And knowing that he's Choice on the Thunderbolt, I'm going to go into Sativa to get off any damage I can, because I know that we can eat up a Choice Spec Thunderbolt, but I'm not too sure about a Shadow Ball. So he uses his Azumarill as Death Fodder, and brings back out his Rotom as I use my Uxie for Death Fodder. And at this point, it's like, it's obvious who each other's win conditions are. Sativa is my win condition, Rotom is his win condition, and it's like down to the wire. It's looking really desperate for us. As he goes into the Swellow and I go into my 2 chains of Suicune, Suicune eats up a nice Facade, and here I'm like, I kind of want to click Rest. So we actually got a low roll on the Facade, which was so clutch. It was insane. It was so clutch, like this actually mattered in the game. So I get my rest off, I get all of my HP back, and here I'm like, well, I might as well go ahead and try to Calm Mind up here and get as much special defense as I can for the Rotom that's going to come out, because I want this thing to be able to stay alive from, like, I want to make this guy basically have to use Thunderbolt, so that way I can go into Gardevoir, Moonblast, or Shadow Ball and call it a finals. Basically, call it a finals match. But his Swellow goes down to the poison as I have a Calm Mind set up, and he's going to go into his Rotom, which, I mean, I'm not too worried about. As I said, I want to make him go for the Thunderbolt, so he has to switch, or he has to stay in on the Thunderbolt, basically, so I can take as little damage to Sativa as possible. So he's gonna take out my 2 chains. I'm gonna go into Sativa. He hard switches out into his Mega Blastoise, his Leo. I'm sure that this was like a Leonardo DiCaprio reference right here. But I take him out with the Moonblast. He fires off his Choice Spec Shadow Ball, gets the special defense drop, and it's down to the wire. I fire off my Moonblast, and we become the champion of the WSS, the World Showdown Series. Oh my god, you guys. We did it. We did it. We absolutely, like, I can't believe, like, Sativa is actually, like, the MVP of this team. Like, it just goes without saying. Sativa is the MVP of this team. Like, I thought that a Choice Spec Thunderbolt was actually, Shadow Ball was actually going to kill this thing, but I forgot that this thing has, like, 115 special defense, and we're max HP. Like, there's no way this is gonna, like, what is it? Rotom has base 95 special attack, so there's no way that's going to kill. Like, with the amount of health I feel like I'm gonna gas myself up really quick here. I played well. Mora played well. There's very little hacks. The crit on Wither did matter, but not to the point to where it was game-changing, at least for me. I did have to play around it, which was kind of tough, having constantly having a disadvantage in terms of numbers on a team. I think there was a point in the battle where he was like, he had 5 mons and I had 3. So being able to bring that down to 0 with 1 Mond, holy moly, it feels great. And it feels even better being able to say that, you know, I won the WSS. I don't know if we exactly get like a reward or anything for winning, maybe like free graphics or something, I don't know, but it's still cool having the bragging rights to say, you know, I won the WSS. Oh god, I'm sorry. I just like I feel really good. Like, third time is the charm. Third time is the charm. This is our 3rd league, and we have done it. We actually had our own draft, and I feel like that's all I needed. I just needed my own draft to be able to win this league. But I think I'm done showboating and bragging a little bit. I feel really good about this, and I just want to say good game to not just Mora, but like every single person that has taken part in this league. It has been a huge pleasure, like, battling all of y'all. None of the battles were disappointing. I didn't feel like the battles were too easy. Like, we actually had a decent group of really good battlers in this league. And just shout outs to King Bub and Pendragon DX, my boys, pulling this league together. I know that, I mean, leagues always fall apart towards the end, and I think that Bub is not going to be able to be in Season 2 of the WSS, which sucks. But I do just want to say, you know, thank you to you guys. Like, if it weren't for you guys, like, this shit would not happen. It would not happen whatsoever. So, thank you guys. Like, from the bottom of the Austin Aggrons heart for putting together the WSS, and I can't wait to see who joins Season 2. I can't wait to see what new stuff we come up with in Season 2, given the Sun and Moon release, so we could use Gen 7 Pokemon. That is going to be awesome. But I want to circle back, and I want to say, if you guys do want to show your Austin Aggrons some love for all of the work that we put in, gotta gas myself up a little bit more, but if you want to show your Austin Aggrons some of that love, definitely be sure to leave a like on the video, leave a comment, because Channel 4 is brought to you in part by the love and support of the precious gems that you guys are, and it really does help out the channel. And if you're new, hit that subscribe button. As I said earlier, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, check me out on my Discord channel. All those links are in the description below, as well as Mora's channel. But with all that being said, I'm gonna get up out of here and bounce. So thank you guys for tuning in to Channel 4. I'm your host, Fore.K, and champion of the WSS. Woo! Gotta get that out. And I'm signing off. Peace, guys.